Does anybody else have like this food fear when you eat a big meal and you have to interact with people? I always just feel like there's food all over me. Or is that just me? I ate a nice hearty burrito before stream today. And now all I can think about is I don't know. I looked at myself like 4 times, but I just feel like everybody knows how full my stomach is. Is that weird? I feel like everybody can tell. They can't, but I feel like everybody can tell how full my stomach is. Us messy eaters feel you. Dude, oh my God. I have a story. It's so embarrassing. I got a burrito today. I'm not going to say where from, because it's an embarrassing story now. I'm a very, very heavy sauce user when it comes to enjoying a burrito, to the point where I'll have to kind of justify my existence to whatever taco shop I'm getting hot salsas from. This is true for like taco, but this is true for all. I'm a sauce guy. I need it, right? Especially if it's a good sauce. Anyway, I get a burrito and so I wanted 15 sauces, little sauce cups, for my burrito. Way back in San Diego. No, and by the way, I've been a D1 hater, but Portland has really, really good Mexican food, and I hate admitting it because they shouldn't. Why should they have good Mexican food? It shouldn't exist. But regardless, let me finish my point. I wanted 15 salsas because I know if they're the little cups.
I got drunk on champagne, sneezed, and shot my pants so violently I had to dispose of my underwear in a porta potty nearby.
You must be having a really, really hard time if on like a Thursday, or a Wednesday night, you got drunk off champagne and shit yourself. Or you're doing really well. There's no middle ground. You're either homeless or a millionaire. 15 sauces is wild, my guy. I basically use half a cup of little sauces per bite. And then I vacuum as I go into it. Anyway, let me finish though. I knew going into this that it was gonna be too much sauce for one person, and most places everywhere that I go, they won't give me that amount. So up front, before I place my order, I go, do you guys charge for salsa? And she's like, oh, well, no, it just depends. If you want like a lot, we'll end up charging. And I was like, I want 15. And she goes, oh, that's fine. Well, how many people? Keep in mind, I'm getting food for me. I go, oh, it's 2 people. She goes, that's totally fine. 15 sauces, 2 people. That's reasonable. So now I'm standing there and all I want is one burrito. I ordered 2 burritos. One is in the fridge right now because I was so shamed at how much sauce I was getting, and I wanted the sauce. I was like, and I didn't want to pay extra for the sauce and admit that it was all for one person. So I was like, so I'll take one carne asada and I'll have one breakfast burrito. I'm like, oh yeah, that makes. She was, the funny thing too, she was so agreeable. She was like, oh, for 2 people, that's totally reasonable. You need 15 sauces more now, man. What do I even do with this burrito? I've actually fucked myself. Because can I be honest with you? I ran out of sauce with a couple bites left of my one burrito. Just buy salsa. I am yet to find store-bought hot sauce.
After hearing that story, I think I actually can see the burrito through the screen now.
There is not a single, and I'm, dude, putting out a call. Prove me wrong. There is not a single store-bought salsa hot sauce that even comes close to an authentic Mexican shop that has it in the little plastic containers. Yellow Bird, let me look this up. I have had nothing that comes close. Like, it's not even this, I wouldn't even call it the same type of food. Yellow Bird. Where can I get this? Okay, this song's a little too clown-esque for my embarrassing story. Okay, this, I will say, from the bottle alone, Yellow Bird looks like sauce that I would enjoy. Yellow Bird is hot sauce, not salsa. Sorry, I'm using the term salsa incorrectly. Okay, actually, I'll be honest with you. depending on where you go, you get a different answer. I'm not talking about pico de gallo. I'm not talking about table salsa that you dip chips in. I'm talking about it's usually blended. There's no chunks. It's very hot. It's almost always one color, dark red. Sometimes they have a green one. Sometimes they have a really spicy, bright red one, depending on where you go. That's hot sauce, but 100%, 100%. Here, here, they've labeled it hot sauce, salsa. It just depends on literally Uber Eats. And this is true in San Diego too. This is true everywhere. They change the name. I'll try this and I'll tell, no, not Google. I will try this and I will tell you if this is scratching the itch, but I've never found a store-bought one that actually scratches it. This is why you have IBS. Oh, I'm gonna pay for it. I'm probably gonna shit on this stream. 15 salsas for one burrito and it was spicy. I was sweating. You wanna see what my dad does? Here, I'll show you. When my dad says we're having taco night, right? This is my experience. And I didn't learn that there was something better than this until I got much older and moved out and started trying my own food. My dad would say, hey, it's taco night at the Wubby residence. And I go, Dad, make sure you get salsa. He goes, oh, we got salsa. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is ass. And this is not what I mean when I'm saying I'm dumping on my burrito. This is ass, bro. Ass. Salsa and hot sauce not the same. I know they're not, but unfortunately, it may be just them. I don't know what the reason is. They are constantly interchanged in Mexican restaurants and on food delivery. White people taco night. Also, the thing too, I'm not just like a hater because it's cool to like authentic stuff. This doesn't taste like anything. Right now, I can look at this and I can know exactly what it tastes like. It's just like tomato water. It tastes like almost nothing. A good hot sauce or salsa has so much flavor. It, in my opinion, should basically be the main thing you're tasting, and the burrito is just a vessel. Like, I took a bite of the burrito I was eating without the sauce. I always take one bite without the sauce. And literally, best case scenario, the burrito should taste just fresh. That's how I know I'm about to have a good Mexican food experience. I go, okay, the burrito is fresh. I can taste everything tastes like, fresh and well prepared. Now, I need to completely drown it with the most, like, spicy, amazing. It's not just spice, though. It's so flavorful. 15 of them, by the way. 15 of them. You're in San Diego, hit up a Mexican market? I'm not, but I will be, and I will. Do you have any recommendations? I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Also, I feel like if it's good salsa, it can't last long. That shit's got to be not shelf stable. That's how you know it's good. It's kind of the same thing with ranch, right? Like, good ranch should not be able to sit on an aisle. Or, okay, sorry, hot sauce. It lasts like a week. It's got to be kept cold. That's my opinion. I keep saying salsa. It's hot sauce. Make your own. Dog, you're tripping. That's crazy. I'm not even, that's going to be a year of work to get it to a place where it's like, oh, it's okay. Yeah, it's decent. Wubby, what's your opinion on sriracha? I like sriracha. I like it. I think it might be the most overrated topping of our generation. Also, didn't the recipe change or something? Sriracha is like, I hate even saying it's overrated because people think I don't like it then. I like sriracha, but it's just so overrated. There's so much better out there. Any solid Mexican food place should have a personal made hot sauce that is just better. Any one of them. If it's a good Mexican food place, it's got a better one. Sriracha's good when you're in a pinch. Listen, I got a bottle of sriracha. Don't get me wrong. It's the pinch. It's when they forgot the salsa. I'm like, okay, I'll use sriracha, I guess. You like spicy or mild? I like spicy everything. I actually think spice is basically good in every meal. I even like spicy cocktails. I like spicy desserts. I'm not even lying. Spicy ice cream? Yes. Bro, you can get it's usually at like a nice restaurant, but they'll put like, it'll be like super concocted, chef made, whatever it is, spicy ice cream. It's good, dude. It's good. I like spicy, but spicy doesn't like me. Yep, I'm waiting for that. I'm already there. I used to be able to eat mango hob wings without a care in the world, and now it's got to be premeditated. It's got to be premeditated mango hob wings. I will say though, like, I know spicy affects everyone. and as we get older, it gets worse. My dad, either he just locks in or it hasn't affected him yet. My father can still throw back spicy like he's in a I don't know, like in a bazaar in the Middle East. Like he's got absolute, like it doesn't matter to him. It doesn't affect him. I mean, I watched this man eat a glob of wasabi because he was like, I want to know what it tastes like. I'm like, Dad, get a pinky nail amount and try it. And he goes, oh wow, that kicks. What's your favorite spicy cocktail? I've been looking for good ones. I talked about this on the stream. It's not going to be a good answer. If ever I go to a nice restaurant, like not the most expensive, but you ever go somewhere nice to where you wouldn't wear shorts. Okay. If you ever go, don't do this at Chili's. If you ever go somewhere nice and you want to try a spicy cocktail, just tell your waiter, hey, can you ask the bartender to make something spicy, and then tell them your alcohol of choice. Because usually if you say spicy with no limitations, they're going to bring you something with tequila. I don't love tequila, so just say, can I get something, whatever the bartender wants, make it super spicy, and use gin. And it usually comes back fucking banger. Brother, I did this on Tuesday night. It was incredible. And it just makes it so every time you go for a sip, it's like, ooh, and you're kind of cool. Everyone thinks you're cool. Everyone claps when they do it. The bartender comes out and claps. Spicy Bloody Marys? No, I don't. I'm good. Bloody Mary, no thank you. I don't want to drink my salsa. Actually, I kind of did that today. Anyway, hey boys, so today, you know the drill. I'm hoping, I don't know if we can. I want to beat Resident Evil 2 today. Hey, you know what though? Don't gift 1,000 subs.
How fast do you think you could throw a squirrel?
How fast do I think I could throw a squirrel? I think I could throw a baseball, probably somewhere in the realm of like an average man. I don't think I'm breaking any average guy records, and I don't think I could do anything particularly special. Let me see. Hold on. I really want to break this down because I think I have an answer for you. What is the average speed a normal adult could throw a baseball, not a professional? Hold on. 40 to 55 miles an hour. So if I could throw, let's split it. I'll say I'm the middle of average. Maybe I can throw a baseball at like 50 miles an hour, right? I think a squirrel, assuming it's alive, but it's also consenting to at least being in my hand, which I don't really, let me break this down. Assuming the squirrel is alive, I think I could throw a squirrel probably 20% slower. And the reason is, have you ever seen a squirrel fall from a tree? They don't aerodynamic themselves and lock in. They tumble like GTA 4 hitting someone with the car ragdoll. So I think that with the speed, like with against a normal ball, 20% slower, I'd say somewhere in the realm of what? 40-ish miles, 35, 40 miles an hour.
Wubby, if you can throw a baseball over 40, I would give you my salary. There's no chance you can touch 50.
Wait, what? What did you say? If you can throw a baseball over 40, I'd give you my salary. There's no way you could touch 50? Okay, hold on. Pause everything. I'm not moving the content at all in a second. First off, your salary? Okay, Brokey, what am I looking to get here? Maybe 50K? Relax. Second off, you think I can't clear 50 miles an hour with a fastball? Bro. Hold on. I need now. Okay. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to do whatever I can to get this set up as soon as possible. It won't be today, but how can I do this? What would measure it? I need baseballs. No problem. Okay. 50 miles an hour. That's a lot. You'd get high 30s at bet. Ooh, what? I guarantee you need a radar gun. Is that really what you do?
My salary is $120K a year, and I know for a fact you cannot do it. Prove me wrong, big cat. Okay. No. I hear you. First off, $120K a year. Congratulations. You're doing quite well. I didn't know you knew ball. Okay. Second off, I went to ChatGPT and it said average male throwing speed is between 40 and 55. You said I'm not even gonna clear 40, brother. I will do no training. I will do no. Booty training is unfair though, because he didn't say I can do over 40 with training. I think I could do way more with training, right? I'm not like retarded, okay? But this guy said, I'll give you my whole salary if you can pitch a baseball over 40.
Here's what we're going to do. What do I need? A radar gun? Is that all I need? I will buy a radar gun or whatever it is right now. I will buy one right now. When this shit gets here in a couple days, I will do it live. Baseball, we don't need accuracy. You didn't say that. You said over 40. I can't. This is so easy. I feel like this is so a ball over 40 is so easy. Don't take the bait, Wubby. He's unemployed. Well, at this point, I feel like I have something to prove. Look up YouTube of throwing a 50-mile-an-hour ball, but that's 10 extra miles. This guy said okay, 40 mph ball. 5-year-old throws a 40-mile-an-hour fastball.
We are building the elite athlete out of Wubby, but sheer challenges. Fastball pitches and the splits eventually at some point in time.
You got to feel so dumb right now. You just said a 5-year-old.
Hey, Wubby, do you ever plan on visiting Alvis and getting a tour from Maya?
That's 40 miles an hour?
I'm sure she has a squirrel you can throw.
Are we serious? You think I can't outthrow this toddler? That wasn't 40. Okay, then the video's lying. 5-year-old throws 40. Why would the video lie? Why would you put an incorrect title? Okay, this is what a 40-mile-an-hour ball looks like visualized. I can throw a ball like that. I'm sorry.
Wubby, aren't you like 35 or so? You may dislocate your shoulder or throw out your back if you try this.
The amount of people telling me I just cannot do it now. This is what I'd have to match to get that guy's salary. Fuck the salary at this point, right? You can't afford to lose your salary, all right? Nobody can. That's not a good thing. I don't want your salary, but I want you to get on stream and go, I was wrong. I can throw a ball that fast. I can throw a ball that fast. You know what I hate, though? You know what I hate? The goalposts are about to move. Before I agree that I can do this, can we get all the rules so that way when we do this on stream, there is no, oh, but Wubby this, Wubby that. What are the rules? Am I throwing from a mound to home plate? First throw? You are out of shape. This isn't an argument on being in shape.
A radar gun to Wubby is just a gun. Love your radar.
37.5 high score. That's the bet. Okay, I should get 3 throws. First off, even Trevor Hoffman sometimes whiffs it. I can't believe this is happening. Okay, someone who doesn't like just being an actually, who's also an authority on baseball, please weigh in. Do I have a shot? Because here's the thing, I can never ask my chat anything without, and I'm actually okay with the culture we've invented here, perpetual soup, right? I'm okay with this, but there is no, I need someone to just be honest for a second. Do I have a shot? Booty says yes. Booty, I don't think would lie. Peanut said DMs, pocket radar, smart coach, speed gun. Peanut, can you tell Ham? Dude, we got to give him a telephone going on here. Can you tell Ham to just buy this right now? Fuck it. Let's get the whole cruise. Who's got the hardest pitch? But also, can I clear 40?
Farther than I was expecting. But the rules are you have 3 throws to hit over 40, and you have to calibrate the radar gun first. If you can do it, I'll gladly get on stream and say I was wrong.
Okay. Pocket radar isn't accurate. Okay, this has now seemed to become a conversation between me and this one guy. His name is Michael the Translator. Okay, Michael the Translator, you need to tell me. But before you change the rules, we need to acknowledge something. When I said I could do it, it was before any clarifications were made. If you're like, yeah, from 100 feet away, I don't know. It has to be a strike. I don't know at that point. I wouldn't be as confident. Your original statement was, if you can throw a 40-mile-an-hour ball, then I will give you my salary. You have no shot, Wubby. Okay. If we're going to change, I might not be as confident, but I still love to hear. Can you clarify what distance? Does it matter if it's a strike? Does it have to be from a mound to home plate and we measure at home plate? Does it have to be? He said 3 balls hit over 40. I need clarification. If the rules are just throwing a ball 40 miles an hour, you'll clear that easily. Speed radar is only about $50 on Amazon. We found a $400 one. I'd rather
6 inches.
No, you're not the guy. You're not the guy who said it. You're not the original guy. Speed radar only for baseball. No, we want an expensive one.
Should just do a streamer spring training stream of week of streams next year, doing athletic events like fast baseball pitches for points to see who is the best streamer athletically.
I have a genuine question. Did you always envision yourself doing something in entertainment and being as successful?
No.
What motivated you to keep working hard in the early days? When did you know you were good at it? Sorry for being so gay. Love you.
You're so gay, bro. Did you always envision you doing something in entertainment? No. In fact, I gave it up entirely, and I was excited at the prospect of having a normal job with benefits at one point. It's easy to forget, but like, I did take all the risk. I gave up a career, a steady career. I gave up health insurance. I gave up knowing how I was going to pay my rent next month with certainty. And I went for it. That was dumb and scary. And you will probably fail when you do that because I should have. What motivated to keep you going in the hard days? Fast food. I don't know. Nothing. I don't know. No, I don't know. I don't know what motivated to keep you going in the hard days. The same thing that motivates anyone, the hope that it won't be hard for long. The thought that one day it won't be this hard, right? And then when did you know you were good at it? I don't know. I still don't know if I am. That's a tough one. That creep that'll never go away. I feel like if you think you're good at it though, the second you think you're good at it is the moment you fall off. Because I don't think I was handling it well. I had the worst fucking. I had TMJ, stress-induced TMJ. It was so bad. It was so fucking bad. I couldn't sleep. Oh man, what is TMJ? It's tuberculosis. No, it's fuck. I don't remember what it stands for now. Basically, grinding my teeth so bad in my sleep that my jaw would lock, and then your jaw is just in perpetual pain. Anyone with TMJ in chat knows it is the most painful shit ever. You just can't do anything. You're in pain all day, causes migraines, can't eat, can't talk. And then the worst part is it stresses you out because those are all terribly stressful things. So then it gets worse and it builds on itself. I had to go to physical therapy for it. I had to wear a mouth guard. I had to learn all kinds of things to, de-stress your jaw and de-stress in general. Tooth pain's insane, dude. It's not even tooth pain. It was right here. It's just right here. It's so bad, but I don't have it anymore. Really, I've completely managed to solve it because I don't know. I just kind of stood on business, I guess I was just built different. I do. You know what? The best thing to come out of my TMJ was this old guy. I went for like physical therapy shit, doctor, and he put on a glove and he fingered the fuck out of my mouth. And then he took the glove off and said, "The doctor will be in shortly." No, the memory I have is he puts a glove on and he goes like to the back of my jaw and he's like, and I'm like, "Has it started? Is this physical therapy?" And he goes, "I don't work here." No, I'm kidding. But it really did happen. And I don't know why he did that. He was rock hard too. It was so odd. I don't know. I can't get through the story without making some joke about it. Did he come? I did. TMJ or sciatica worse? Both terrible. Different. Same, but different. I don't know.
You think you're looking at chat, but it's literally a block of cream cheese. That's a timeout for a week. Maybe then you'll be over that joke. All right. That was your first message in chat, bro. That's a month ban. That's a month. So real quick, let me review Marty Supreme. I liked it. We can move on now. It was good. Marty Supreme, the ping pong movie with Timothée Chalamet, came out on Christmas Day, by the way. And I made a comment before I saw it, and I was like, who's going to see Marty Supreme on Christmas Day? Now that I've seen it, who the fuck went to see Marty Supreme on Christmas? I cannot think of a least Christmassy thing. Like, dude, I left that movie and I needed anxiety medication. I was not... I couldn't, like, it was, we went as a group and we went to the theater where you get like, it's like recliner chairs. It's the only way I'll see a movie now. Okay. And you might say, Wubby, that's bougie. Every single human I've taken there goes, I'm never going to a theater that's not this again. Anyway, recliner chairs, we all got meals, right? I got a cocktail. I couldn't eat anything. Every time I tried to take a bite, I was like, my appetite's leaving. I'm stressed. I'm uncomfortable. And by the way, I like that. If you've ever seen Safdie, Bobby Safdie, the brother, the good one. If you've ever seen their movies, they're all like this, like Uncut Gems, right? These movies make you have anxiety, and I really like it. And it's really fun. Not a Christmas Day movie. Josh and Benny. How about Robert and Barbara? How about that? I love it, but it's not a Christmas Day movie or even a food movie. You know what I mean? Maybe a snack movie. So it's good? Well, yes. Listen, I saw somebody in chat spamming, please don't spoil, and I want to respect them, so I'm going to do my best to not spoil. It's a good movie. Marty Supreme, if you liked Uncut Gems, you should go see Marty Supreme, right? If you didn't like Uncut Gems, I would probably skip it. This ain't gonna do anything for you. It's not gonna win you over. It was good. It was a good movie. Was it incredible? For me, no. Was it fantastic? For me, no. And now when I'm gonna sit here and go, let's watch one of their movies. I'm gonna pick Uncut Gems every time. Did you like Uncut Gems? One of my favorite movies of all time. I think that, well, like Carlos said, it was better. He loved it. He thought it was incredible. I thought it was good. I can't say much. Are they paying you to say shit about this movie? No, I just saw it and I wanted to share. What's wrong with you? Why are you so negative? You know, you guys been watching the news lately? It's crazy, man. Look, I'm trying, okay? Oh my God, okay. I have a story about the movie theater. So first off, everybody, I don't want to be a negative Nancy at the theater, but I'm going to be so for real. I don't like movie theaters. I say this every time. I know a lot of my friends have very almost beautiful views on theaters. Like the way Booty talked about seeing Avatar in the theater, it both made me happy that he was so passionate about it and also sick because he's so wrong. You know what I mean? Like, I love seeing... I like that people are passionate about theaters to this day, right? But to me, being passionate about the movies, like at the theater, is not the same as being passionate about movies, right? The theater, to me, separate than movies. I recognize, though, I think I'm in a minority on this because a lot of my friends love the theater. They love going. It's a really fun activity. I hate it. I have my reasons. I think I've explained those reasons enough times to where I don't necessarily feel like I need to. I think movie theaters are just super inconvenient. I don't like a shared movie experience with strangers. I understand how this got its start. I understand at one point why it was important. But in current year, I don't like watching a movie for the first time as a shared experience with strangers. And it's because strangers suck. You guys, humans, suck. You blow dick. Not you guys, you in this chat, but general humans just suck, right? And I always tell the story. I saw a movie called Death at a Funeral in theaters years ago. And I think me and my family were the only white people in the theater. God bless. This is a true story. I'm not trying to draw any conclusions from it. I'm just saying it was as if I was in someone's living room watching this movie because the casual talking that went on during that movie was so infuriating. I'm like, I just have to accept it, I guess, that this is happening. But that's a long time ago. So I went to see Marty Supreme, okay? And relatively full theater. I'd say 3/4 full. Wasn't full, wasn't packed. But movie theater etiquette is so stressed and then just ignored, right? Silence your phone. There's like 15 ads in front of you that are like, shut the fuck up. Turn your phone off. You know, everything, right? And in this theater that I go to, it's a little more casual because at one point during the movie, the waiter has to come by and close people's tabs out. So you'll hear a little bit of conversation and it's a little more forgiving. But when the waiter's not there, shut the fuck up. There was a couple behind us. Me and the friends take up a row. No one cares anymore. We take up a row. And behind us, there's a couple. A lovely... I'm just going to say this. I don't even care. Because it's fine. You're the racist one. A lovely interracial couple. Beautiful. Which I gotta say, if my daughter was doing that, I'd be proud of her. A lovely, beautiful. Someone said I already assumed. I'm timing you out. Bro, you can't. Listen, I'm not. There's nothing racist about this story, but I give too much detail, most people would say. Which race? Exactly. For all we know, this could have been a white woman and a Martian, you know? Anyway, so that's fine. This isn't noteworthy. A little interracial couple behind me, whatever. And the previews start. Everyone talks during you turn to the person next to you. That looks good. Whatever. And I just hear chatter. The lights dim. Marty Supreme starts. Fucking tennis or ping pong ball, whatever. Ping pong, sex, old women, sex with old women. You get the point, right? About 10 minutes into the movie, the conversation that was happening behind me, that was at one point during the previews, has not stopped. There is a one-sided conversation happening between the man in this couple to his woman. He's talking to her. She's barely responding. And this has just not stopped. I could only describe it as the way I watch shows on stream. Like just giving open air commentary. Like unapologetic, reacting to everything. Oh, do you recognize who that person is? Yeah, no, it's like you're in a crowded theater. So, you know, everyone, and here's the worst part. It puts everyone in the vicinity. It puts everyone in the theater in this awkward position where it's like, who's got to be the bad guy? And now I don't want to be. Now I'm not focusing on the movie. I'm just focusing on how awkward it is and how I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say something and I don't know what to do. Vicinity. Facility. In the vicinity. Huh? Maybe the partner was blind. Did you ever consider that? I'm going to shoot you in the face. What do you mean maybe the partner was blind? Did you consider that? Are you stupid? The fuck? It's possible? Well, then he gave up towards the end of the movie, so he's just like, hey, you'll hear about this later, sweetheart. Did you ask them to be quiet? So first thing I do is like I look over at Ham, and I give him one of these. So Ham's on my right like this. I give him one of these. Right? Just to... And I'm like, I'm not the only one, right? Everyone else is feeling it. Marty Supreme Christmas Day. And I think we're all just kind of waiting for it to stop. So okay, POV, you're the black guy behind me in the theater who won't stop talking. Okay, and I'm me. This is it. Ready? This is the first attempt I make at him, and I feel like this should be enough. You're him. You're the guy who won't stop talking. POV, ready? This is what I do. First thing I do is this. Ready? If anyone in front of me ever turned around to look at me, I'd probably kill myself. Because you just know you fucked up, right? You're sitting there commentating the movie, and the guy, I'm literally the one seat in front of him. I go, surely that's enough, right? Wasn't enough. What that did do is I couldn't tell what he was saying. Like I wasn't listening, so I was trying to ignore it, but it was just like just random chatter. The first look kind of slowed it down. Then something on screen happened, starts right back up as if it never stopped, right? After, I would say he talked for probably the first, it was a 2.5 hour long movie. He probably talked in and out for the first hour before he just kind of puttered out and stopped. But the entire time I'm thinking, I've paid more money to be here. I've paid an extreme premium on the food I'm trying to eat. These types of people, how are they so clueless? I kept hearing a word that started with the letter M and ended with O. What? Wait, Ham, what word is that? Maybe drunk, maybe blind, maybe autistic, maybe I don't give a fuck. You know? Maybe I don't care. There's also another layer to the story that I think disproves all of that, but I'm saving it for the end. But read that again. Ham, what are you saying? Was he talking about mayonnaise? I kept hearing a word that stated with the letter M. Oh, in between the letter M and O. Oh, he was saying the N-word. Oh. He was saying the N-word. Okay. Well, fair. Brother possessed little self-awareness. I just don't get it. I'm forced to share this space with you. It's like people who just unapologetically rip ass on elevators or in flights. But this is worse. Why are you talking in a movie theater? Why? I'm going to tell Ham something. I'm going to out Ham, actually. There is a message Ham sent me, but I just remembered. He turns to me when the movie's over. The movie ends. We're all sitting there. Those people leave. They're the first out. Movie's barely over. They're sprinting out the room. Whatever. Ham turns to me and he goes, "Learned today that I'm racist." And I didn't even know what he was talking about. Learned I'm a little racist. Biggest lie. Yeah, right? You learned today, bro. You've been to the movies. It's those people. I hear it in his voice. He said, and it was so, I didn't even know what he meant because Marty Supreme just ended. I won't say why. And I go back, I'm like, what happened in the movie? Like, was there a character that did something that I'm like, I don't get it. I'm like, oh, you mean the people behind us. Then the next day, Ham sends me a message. Let me pull this up. And this is where the story gets interesting. And I'm going to be very careful here because I don't want a lie about a celebrity. Oh, Ham said, I didn't say that. I said, today I learned about stereotypes. Oh, much better. I'm so sorry, Ham. I'll never misquote you again. Excuse me. Ham sends me a message the day after. And he's like, hey, I'm like 100% sure, by the way, I know who the dude was behind us during the movie. And I'm like, what? And he gives me a name. He says, I'm pretty sure it's this famous person. And I'm like, who? And he links me the dude's Instagram. And I'm like, oh, I recognize that guy. And I'm like, are you sure that was the guy behind us? And he goes, dog, I'm 99% sure. Here's where the story gets interesting. I'm going to be fair here. And I'm not going to put my word behind this. Because if we're wrong, this is one of those things. You know how like Bill Murray has that reputation online of just like, and then Bill Murray came in and paid my bill and said, no one's ever going to believe you. And now Bill Murray's this cool cryptid that everybody loves. I feel like this is the negative version where people just go online and tell lies about famous people or minor celebrities. And then that just spreads on Reddit. And next thing you know, that's who they are. Could just be totally false. So with that in mind, Shaquille O'Neal, no. With that in mind, Ham thinks for sure it was this guy. I'm going to be honest. I saw him. It was dark. So was... Oh, never mind. Wait. I'm going to stop myself there. It was dark and so was my vision. So was my vision. It was dark. So was my vision. It was dark. So was my vision is what I was going to say. And I got caught up and I got worried. Okay, guys, that's not what I'm saying. Why are you guys saying correction, Wubby? He. That's not what I was saying. Anyway, it's Ham is 99% sure David Lucas was behind us in the theater doing all the talking. David Lucas is a comedian. You may know him from Kill Tony. That's where I've seen him. Never listened to his stand-up. I've only ever seen him on Kill Tony. This guy. Not the fish he's holding, by the way. That tracks. Okay, hold on. No. We're not doing that tracks thing. We're not doing that because I don't know. That's not him. That's literally... Dude, I'm timing you out. I don't know who he is or who Lil Tony is. Kill Tony is the guy who has the show... Or Tony Hinchcliffe is the guy who has the show about... like bringing comedians on and he bullies them. It's a whole, who cares? I'm not going to explain Kill Tony to you, but he has comedians on and a returning comedian he'll have on is this guy. And I've never thought much of him, but like Tony's comedy is awful. Yeah, I don't think Tony is very funny. The format of Kill Tony, I'm not going to lie. There is some funny bits in it, but Tony is the least entertaining part of his show, which would kill me, by the way. If you guys were like, Wubby, I love watching your stream when you're not on, I'd be like, well, anyway, long story short, thank you. Ham insists it was him. I'm not going to hurt this man's reputation. Even if you guys want to say he's an asshole, I'm not going to hurt his reputation on a lie like that. But Ham is convinced it was him. I'm not going to say it wasn't. And ultimately, if it was him and this somehow does reach him, bro, shut the fuck up in a movie theater. Like, if it actually is him, he deserves shame. The fact that he's a stand-up comedian and like in the space, you should know better. You are literally the punchline of a different comedian's joke if you're the dude yapping in a theater. It's crazy, bro. Someone find his Twitter and see if he had a San Diego show. I was going to say don't, but like, to be fair, that's like fair. That's not doxing or something. That's like, see if he was doing shows in San Diego. Don't go beyond that, though. That's weird and creepy, and I don't support that at all. But if he did shows in San Diego, this was, what, 3 days ago? 3 days ago? Okay, here's what Mexican Sublime linked me, which everybody brace yourselves. His links are 1 in 5 terrible. Don't worry, he's known as an asshole comedian. I mean, you could be an asshole comedian and still not talk during a movie, right? He was in Burbank. Chad is already closing in on his location. It's too late. Do not! Dude, it's not even funny.
Malone is here, that dirty ass, rich ass nigga.
Okay, I'm starting to think it really was him. Ham, I'm starting to think it was him.
Look like Kyle Rittenhouse lawyer. Post Malone out here looking like a straight nigga. Gold teeth, hands tatted. How many fucking domestic abuses do you have, Post Malone?
You're the only dude in camo that the people in the back can see you completely fine.
Sorry, I shouldn't be laughing that hard. How did Post Malone get him? Post Malone's not a comedian. Damn. That was... Woo. David Lucas is goated. I mean, whatever. You can find whatever you find funny. I don't know enough about him to really put a foot down on like, no, we can't support this. Man, Tony looks like if like crack rock came to life. Do you know what I mean? Like if a wizard cursed a crack rock to become a man. Like Tony looks like how cocaine feels right at the peak. Tony is just big teeth, huge smile, always red and vascular. He looks like a gay cigarette. You had to have stolen that from something. That's so accurate. He looks like a gay cigarette. Bro, whoo, that's good. God, that's so good. He looks like a gay cigarette. He really does. Anyway, shouts out to David Lucas, who... may or may not have been behind us during Marty Supreme on Monday in San Diego, talking throughout most of the movie. David, if that was you, stop doing that. You know how when you're doing your comedy show and someone won't shut up, you know how like annoying that is? You did that to Timothy Chalamet. You know, you did that to Kevin O'Leary. But if it wasn't you, David, sincerely, my Jewish friend is the cause of this. Do with that information what you will. He was in David Lucas was in San Diego on the 19th to the 24th. Bro, there's no way it was actually him. Wait, what the fuck? Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Ham, I'm gonna call Ham real quick. Hold on. I'm actually gonna call Ham. There's no way.
What's up?
What's up, man? How are you?
I'm laying in bed.
Oh.
Bro, I clocked that motherfucker. Okay. I'm telling you.
Hold on. I want you to, because all I have is what you sent me, which was like, I think it's him. I'm 99% sure. Do you want to elaborate on that at all in chat?
I'll tell you when we were standing out, because here's the thing. The funniest thing about this whole thing to me is that we were like, like you say you were looking back at him. Bro, I was looking back at him too. I was staring daggers you know, to be like, hey man, stop, you know? And then like when the movie ended, like you, me, and Ash were like in the lobby. And he was sitting outside there. And that's when I noticed him. I was like, that's definitely the guy I've seen on what do you call
Kill
it?
Tony.
On Kill Tony, yeah.
Oh, so you're like for sure.
Like I didn't see him in the theater. Like I couldn't see you in the theater.
Right.
You know,
right,
like
right.
it was, but outside, like I saw him and I was like, that's him. Like,
and they're saying it lines up with his tour dates. He was in San Diego. apparently.
See, I was Googling that. I couldn't find it, but like I didn't look very hard. So, I mean, I would believe it because I saw.
Damn. Okay. Okay. Do you remember what he was wearing? Is this weird?
He was like a white t-shirt, and I think it had like something like a little graphic in the middle.
Okay. What was his
Or
hairstyle?
maybe it might have been a long sleeve shirt, a white long sleeve shirt.
Do you remember his hairstyle? Because that's huge.
It's what his hair looks like.
Okay. Thank you, Ham. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Bye-bye. Okay, dude, I'm going to be so for real. I think it was him, which makes me so mad. Shut the fuck up during a movie. What? Tweet at him. Well, hold on. You got to do this carefully, though, because first off, if we're wrong, this is two white guys going, hey, black guy, I know you. You're the one who's talking in my theater. Terrible. That is a big like, that's not the route you want to go down, right? Okay. 1. 2, also, I would need to figure out if he saw that movie on that day first, because if I were him and I was asked, were you the one talking in the theater? I'd be like, of course not. That wasn't me, right? But if I was like, oh, did you see Marty Supreme last week? And he's like, yeah, I'd be like, there you go. Got his ass. Ham, this is actually, I'm seeing the through line here, the content through line. We should go to his comedy show and just loudly talk the entire time. Then I think we're even. Then I think, and we should, I'm just saying, then I think we're 100% even. Or at least talk for like the first hour of it, you know? I don't know how long a normal comedy show is, but I imagine an hour is going to be most of it. It was nice to see you at Korean airport. I'm getting fucked by AIDS. Or ads. Nice to see you too. Please make it happen. But I can't be wrong. Like, you didn't know this, chat. Like, sincerely, the last thing I'd ever want to do is say this story and just be wrong. It's so cruel, right? It's so wrong to, like, I saw him and this is what happened. Because people on the internet just believe it. They'll be like, oh yeah, of course it happened. Fuck, I hated that guy anyway. I always knew it. So if we're wrong, but Ham seems confident, doesn't he? I apologize about this, dear Swubby, but how the fuck does the only modification on my fucking burger, no Gonda and pickles, do I get pickles? Don't add them. Somehow every fucking order, no pickles. I get pickles. It has made, this has no punctuation. That's why it's so hard to read. It has made me hate the local place so fucking much. I hate pickles, shit tier product. Okay. And then he responds to himself. Nobody responded to him, but he said, the chatter's saying, just pick the pickles off. The damage is done. The vinegar soaks into the once crispy fries, and makes them wet. The flavor pervades everything. And is the only thing I don't want. Also, fuck your couch. Okay, guys, I'm going to take a stance on Pickle Guy or chat on this one. I'm Team Pickle Guy. And I like that you are probably more of a man of the people, and you get to say this, because when I say this, I get told rich guy complains about poor people stuff, right? But I'm going to backpack off of your proposed thing. I agree. Fast food workers, I'm not saying it's their fault, but there is a reality where it's just like, it's like incapable. They are just, there is a lack of care. And sure, fuck Wubby. He has my, right? But this dude may not have money and just wants a goddamn burger without pickles. And I know what he's saying. It is like impossible to get the simplest thing done on your meal that you're spending too much for. It's the end of the week. You get to treat yourself. I'm going to get my burger. Oh, they raped it with ketchup. I get it. And yes, I agree with you too, bro. When people say just pick the pickles off. If you hate pickles, you don't want there to be a Hiroshima stain of a pickle on whatever it was. It's still there. And even more so, if you don't check, maybe you trusted them this time. You take a bite and then there's the pickle and you have to, let me disassemble this already messy thing. It's so awful. Bro, I'm telling you, it goes into my Uber Eats rant too, where it's just like, it's just the most incapable human beings delivering your food. The job requirement is have an app. It's not anything else. It's have the app. So I feel you. For me, ketchup and mustard are two condiments that will ruin the food for me. I so heavily don't fuck with them that if they're on the burger, it ruins it. And more often than not, it gets put on there, and more often than not, you can't just scrape it off because it's in everything and it's just ruined. What do you normally put? Depends on the burger. I like different kinds of burgers. I like a blue cheeseburger. I like burgers with different sauces that involve ketchup and mustard as it mixed into it, but just ketchup and mustard I do not like. Tell them you're allergic to pickles. Bro, I hear you. That doesn't just work. Not every time. For me, that's mayo. Horrible devil's jizz. I love mayo, but I'm still on your team. If you say no mayo and you get mayo, that's fucked up. For me, pickles, I'm not as annoyed with. I'm not repulsed by them. I just don't prefer it on my burger, so I can pick them off. But I get what you're saying. If you hate a pickle and it's on there, it's over. And you've already overpaid for this meal, right? Fast food is not cheap anymore. They put mayo on everything, and I love it. I fucking love mayonnaise, buddy. Ooh, I love mayo. I cannot relate with people who don't like it. I fucking love it. Mayo's so good. I will dip my fries in mayo, buddy.
It genuinely fucks me up when I've spent 15 minutes driving across town only for them to fuck up the one item I really wanted.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have to check what I ordered every time I go and eat out.
Bro, it's not even check every item to see if they did the thing right. I'll do you one better. Check every item to see if they just gave you the food you ordered. I would say ordering fast food now has a ritual, and that ritual includes checking the bag. And everyone says you should check the bag, but you only should because they're so incapable.
For me with Uber Eats is when I pay that extra $4 for them to have priority, and I see that motherfucker pick up my food, then drive 5 miles south of the line from me.
Brother, I swore I would never talk about this because the last time I talked about this, Rye made a highlight. And in that highlight, I complained about this very thing. And this video reached outside of my audience. And you know what my audience did? These absolute fucking losers, right? You know what they did? They went, wow, rich guy complaining. You know that dude driving there probably doesn't have a lot. I don't care. I said I wouldn't talk about this again, but bro, you are right. If you're paying for more, if you shell out the extra $5 for priority, and I watch this guy, right? Here's the delivery location. Here's the driver. I pay for priority. He has the food. And he starts doing this. I have sat there and just call him out. I'm like, bro, I'm watching you go the wrong way. Priority is a scam. No, food delivery is a scam. And my biggest issue with food delivery, I think this is really the take that got me in hot water. And Rye, this won't be a highlight. My full opinion of this is already online. Specifically in San Diego. In fact, I've had this problem way less in Portland. But this is maybe why people didn't relate with me as much. Particularly in San Diego, the Uber drivers here are legitimately incompetent. Like, alarmingly, I don't want to use the word stupid, but what is a polite word for incapable? Unable to function in society. Now, I don't. And I think where people got really dicey with my opinion on this was when I started commenting on the fact that I, in San Diego, when I have ordered, have had a really difficult time communicating with these people. I'm talking, it's not broken English. It's none. It's none. And it's like, okay, speaking English is not a requirement to deliver my food, but then they are doing everything wrong. And when I try to communicate to them, I will get messages in languages I've never seen written in text. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'll translate for you. I mean, I live in San Diego, Wubby, and you're 100% right. They fucking suck. It's like, it's incompetence in the level that I find absurd. Dude, I think the one that set me off, well, the story I told was when the dude just like parked somewhere. He drove away from the house and parked. He was in a residential area, just parked. And I'm like, dog, I see you on the fucking map. Hello? It's the same in every single state I work in. They all fucking suck, bro. It's crazy. You know where it wasn't? You know where I had some of the best fucking Uber delivery ever? Japan, Tokyo, Japan. I know Japan is, everyone simps over it. Bro, the Uber drivers in there fucking take pride in what they do. Now you can sit here and say that's a problem of what they're getting paid in America. Sure, I'm not personally blaming any one person. I am saying the reality is Uber delivery in the States, in my experience, is fucking abysmal. The service shouldn't exist. It really shouldn't. It's so bad. In Tokyo, it's like they were proud to find me and give me the food. Like, if anything, even micro inconvenience happened in Tokyo, they would be so apologetic and try to make up for it. I'm like, oh my God, it's fine. Like, you don't know where I come from. Time changing delivery is so painful. I'm high and hungry. I won't drive, and you shouldn't. And then it's 15 minutes, then 15 minutes again. Then, oh, your order was canceled by the... Oh my God. Oh my God, that's the worst. I had an Uber driver get me 10 plus free tacos from the Del Taco. That's awesome. That's good. Anyway, bro, about your pickles thing. I hear you. I hear you loud and clear. It's a struggle. Maybe I make too much money to complain about this, but it's nice to hear that you've experienced too. And as a result, it probably hurts you more. That fucking sucks. I hate it. It's the same as dropping your food after you prepare a plate. It's just like, well, fuck. I had a situation recently where the driver forgot a bag and delivered a drink. And I called the driver. He marked the delivery as complete. So I called the driver and I said, what did I say? This wasn't like, when was this? I called the driver and I was like, hey, do you see my order? Like what I ordered? He's like, oh, I don't have access to that anymore. And I'm like, okay, I ordered food and you delivered a drink and you marked it as delivered. And he goes, oh yeah, that's all that the restaurant gave me. Like, so you're gonna have to call the restaurant. I'm like, okay. So I call the restaurant and they're like, oh, well, yeah. Oh yeah, that person was in here. They left the bag. We tried to contact them, but we don't know who they are. They just grabbed the drink and left. And I'm like, oh, that's awesome. So I cancel the order, right? Worst part is I cancel the order, and at least this is my experience. I don't know if this is how it is. They refund me, but they don't refund me the tip. So if you don't know, you're tipping still. If you don't go in and manually go to the receipt and get rid of the tip, they're still getting their tip. And I'm like, no, bro, what? What are we doing here? Excuse me? Never taken an Uber. It sounds scary. That's adorable. It's not scary. Don't worry. There's a lot of safety things. I mean, everything is scary, but I promise you the worst part about taking an Uber is how fucking annoying it is. I mean, be vigilant, be aware. As always, you're in public. You're in a car. Be aware. Have your phone. Have it charged. Tell people where you are. Share your rides. But the worst part of an Uber is usually the goddamn smell. I mean, some of these people do not give two fucking shits that you are stuck in essentially an elevator with them. I mean, it is crazy. An elevator that they own, that they are leasing out for a ride. And they are just like, you know what? I'm going to reek today. I'm going to reek every day. Oh, me? You entered into an asshole cigarette? Oh, well. Don't forget, rate me 5 stars. I'm like, dog, I couldn't breathe. You know, if you reek, that's one thing. Okay, but why are the child locks on all the goddamn windows then? What's up with that then? If you're going to smell like shit, you know, I'm going to judge you, but at least let me solve it. Nope. There are Ubers, legitimately. There are Uber rides that I have been in that are a test of will and might. I'm not exaggerating. I swear they want you to smell it. I swear to God they get something out of it. Speak your truth. Bro, if you haven't experienced what I'm talking about, you don't Uber. You don't Uber. I've never had a bad Uber ride. You don't Uber. I would wager to believe you Uber very little. But to be fair, I will, you know, let me double down and clarify again. The most Ubers I've ever taken are in San Diego and abroad. And in San Diego, they're bad. They're really bad. Portland has been lovely. I haven't had a single stinky Uber. Public trains are the same. People just reek. But the difference with a public train is I have less of an expectation of you smelling good. I do think to be in public requires you to make an effort to not be a nuisance in terms of smell. And you can say that I'm wrong and disagree with me. And I would challenge you to be stuck in a room with someone who reeks. It can be debilitating, right? I'm not talking about homeless people who can't help it. I'm talking about just like adults with jobs who choose to not put effort into acknowledging the fact that they have to share spaces. But that being said, a train is a little bit more difficult for me to say, you smell. That's not okay. An Uber is someone working. Their car is their means of work. Their car is a shared space with the customer. The customer directly impacts their wage, their tip, their rating. You need to consider how you smell. You need to consider your smell matters in the same way if your car is filthy, if you make them feel unsafe. These are all factors that don't matter as much on a train because it's a public shared thing. Have you ever used a taxi? I have. Taxis are usually better with like, I haven't had a smelly taxi. I've had rude taxis. I've had all kinds of taxi issues, but I've never really had like a stinky taxi. Maybe that's just me. And not all Uber drivers are bad, by the way. There are Uber drivers. I was at TwitchCon, and I got a ride from this Uber driver. It was really nice. And he was struck with conversation. He was like, he was telling me how we just started. I forget. I told this on stream. Either way, I connected with him. He was so kind. He was so, I didn't feel like I was forcing a conversation. He started talking to me about like how he's an immigrant and his family's here and he's all these fears about stuff. Anyway, it was amazing. I still think about it, right? On the way out of the car, I didn't tip him to the app. On the way out of the car, I handed him 100. And I was like, thank you. Keep doing what you're doing. I know it's tough. Lock in. So I didn't say that, right? Whatever. But we had a vibe. I don't want you to think I'm getting into Ubers going, this poor retard, kill you. It's like, I try to reinforce the stuff I want to see when I'm in these experiences, right? But that isn't going to change that I despise entering an Uber and I am choking on your fucking BO. God, if I had a small firearm, I would take control of the vehicle and drive you to the nearest public sink and shower you, bro. Anyway, this all started with a pickle rant. Well, I saw my opportunity. I only had 10 minutes left to stream. I might as well rant. Okay, I'm going to go live on Twitch. Have a nice night, everybody. See you guys over on Twitch. Stir Ball Snooch. Thank you for the 20. You did not have to do that, bro.
I heard you joking about smelly Uber drivers. I have a genetic condition that causes strong body odor. I shower, use prescription treatments, wash everything constantly. It does its own train my why. It doesn't work. Driving is the only flexible work I can manage without people whispering my back. I'm just trying.
Okay. Fitz, thank you for the 10. I hope you're well. You didn't have to do that, but I appreciate it. I want to see your body. Fitz is my friend. This isn't weird. Okay, real quick. I want to respond to this TTS. I don't know. I think it's fake, but it is funny. And also the TTS just crashed out. None of that was in there. It was all normal words, but the TTS has been having a stroke lately. So I'm going to read it. Hey, Wubby, I heard you joking about smelly Uber drivers. I have a genetic condition that causes strong body odor. I shower, use prescriptions, wash everything constantly. It doesn't work. Driving is the only flexible work I can manage without people whispering behind my back. I'm just trying to make rent and get by. I promise I'm doing my best, but I guess I'll just die. Thank you. Please do. We don't want to smell you. You're nasty. No, I'm kidding. My real answer to this, bro, is it's always a combination. The stinky Uber drivers that I have literally, like, it's a biological weapon that I've been trapped with. The problem, bro, they are never simply stinky. They hotbox. This has happened to me and multiple people I know multiple times. Stinky driver, child locks on windows, AC is not running. It's like, why? Bro, if you really, truly, I don't believe you do, but if you really, truly have a genuine condition that you cannot help, I hear you. I hear you. Please let me roll down the window. Please. I've been told no. I have been told no to the point where I was done sparing their feelings and I just did this the whole ride. I was like, okay, dude, like we're doing this, I guess. So I don't think you're really stinky, but if you are, bro, you're not going to get any shade from me if you let the passenger roll down the window. We're good. Like I actually wouldn't even remember that story if the driver smelled bad and immediately let me roll down the window. We're good. Be brave. Tell them they stink. That's where I said I wasn't afraid of Uber drivers. That's where the fear would start. I'm in their car. I'm powerless. I'm a little baby. They have the car, right? Maybe like right as I exit the car, like door opens, you smell like shit. But I gotta be real, bro. No, it won't change a thing. He would probably find a way to jump through hoops to make it to where I'm in the wrong. Don't make me go down this rabbit hole again, because I will talk about this for 5 hours. I've been Uber driver, and I would never tell a customer no unless it's something bad or they won't get out of my car. Dog, we need more people like you. You know how many times people have told, like, just been like, nah. Oh my God. Wait, have I told this story? No zeros this time. Thanks. I don't think I told this story. Maybe I did. It's one of the most unbelievable stories ever. I think we were in Korea, either Korea or Tokyo. I think it was Korea. And we had a long Uber, like an hour-long Uber. Not because of traffic, just sheer distance. You've told this story already? Do you remember if it was Korea or Japan? Tell it again. I mean, I am telling it again. I just don't remember. It was Korea. Well, we get in the Uber and whatever, and it's chill. And then one of my things that I get anxious about, genuinely, is I hate repeating sounds that seem to have no end. So like a song that loops after the third time would start to make me anxious. It gets more anxiety depending on how long the thing is. So if it's a 15-second audio clip that loops, I will get anxious faster. It just makes me anxious, right? So in this Uber, very quiet, almost elevator-esque music. Not loud, but you can still hear it. And it turns into rectangle time. Everyone's just on their phone. And I turn and I go, the driver, by the way, no English. I turn and I go, I don't know if anybody else has picked up on this, but I believe there is a 30-second, like, pop song that has been looping for the last 30 minutes in this car. And everyone's like, no, what are you talking about? 5 minutes later, Wubby, why did you bring that up? It's all I can hear now. And then we would laugh about it. The car would go quiet and it would just start again. Then we started, while in this car, we started trying to analyze what was really happening here. Our phones could not pick up this song. It was not able to be found. It was not an advertisement that was looping on one of the TVs on the back seat. It was coming out of the radio. Okay, I don't think it was tuned into a radio station, but it was playing from the car speakers. So then we decided, we're like, maybe it's this guy's like tape or something. But here's the confusing part. What audio, like MP3, was this long? It was already going when we entered the Uber and it hadn't stopped by the time we left. So this audio thing is either more than an hour long or it was just set to loop. It wasn't even a full song. It was about 30 to 45 seconds of this lame pop beat. It had lyrics too. It had lyrics. It haunts me to this day because I cannot think of an explanation that even makes sense. I cannot think of an explanation. Anything you give me does not make sense for it. What were the lyrics? I can't remember. Dude, I cannot remember. Was he playing a mobile game? No, it wasn't like background music. It was like a cheap sounding pop song. Do you hear this music that's playing right now? It wasn't this. It had like lyrics and one chorus and then it would loop, dude. It was a TikTok left open on his phone. Ooh, but why would he not notice though? We all noticed. The car was silent. I don't know, man. I don't know.